kits, but similar.
Come on, go Esme, please. I've been dying to see Esme.
Is it a good matchup in the current state? They go for the classic glue. Instead, they don't over... Hey, I like the fact that they don't overcomplicate it, you know? Over the Uranus, over the Esme, over the Alice. This was open. They expected it to be picked up by ONIC. They wanted to counter it. Didn't come up, so... Hey, pick it up. Next best thing.
Interesting. So now a bit more of a standard draft here for BTR. I guess it is a bit standard in the first game. But for ONIC, this is... Do you think this is scary or this is pretty fun for ONIC? Pretty uplifting for the ONIC fans here, Gani, with all these picks?
With the heroes that were picked,
Yeah, the Paquito, the Freya, it's very micro-based.
I would be thrilled if Kelra got his hands to the Freya, but remember leg 1, they got Freya, they lost.
Yeah.
So, am I thrilled? Yes. Am I very thrilled? Not sure.
I guess
Take
we'll
us to
see.
game 2.
Game number 2. And remember, the way they solved the Kelra problem on Freya was through that glue and Chushin combo. Moreno and Shogun will be the main pillar of BTR here to pretty much deter the potential of the side laners of ONIC.
Here we go. Will it be a 2-0 or a 1-1 equalizer? Moreno with a signature sprint in the mid lane. Look P, QC, there you go. What was the Cars emblem? I think it was Lethal Ignition, right? Like when Cars played it, that was the only other time we saw Paquito. It was Lethal Ignition, so...
QC too.
Was it?
Not sure.
I remember it being something different because I remember saying usually just go QC. But yeah, I mean, I'll check it out.
Yeah, oh look at that Ludwig, very aggressive rotation, Gani.
Man, EXP ONIC Paquito really brings back to Boots days. Here. It's a trap, look P!
Oh my god!
Still able to sustain through that QC and of course that FOB. My goodness, the composure and the calculation there from Ludwig.
Is that a Lunox or is that a Paquito?
Yeah, that's why the Paquito, I mean after the pops, it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah. Irene? On-chop available to Sans with a cute
Yeah, that's
Terrify.
a very, very good Terrify. And a Mountain Shocker just to close the gap there. Finn is the first one to fall here in this game, but that's just Roamer. Definitely Bigetron with the Flying Clouds in play. Definitely can rotate fast towards the turtle area.
Emblem check is the bargain hunter now for Eman.
Wow.
There you go. This time he wants to get the items, but look P monopolizing the XP crab. It is ONIC, I think, with a free neutral objective.
Yeah, no angles here for Finn. Escape, that's going to be enough of though, just on towards Keyboy. That's a stun. Revitalized Pop Shogun from the flanks. Great idea, but it seems like Sans now with the Crimson Beacon. Oh my goodness, Shogun finding the angles, and here comes Lutfi. The power of the Paquito against Sean. Luckily, has here Shogun already distracting, so two members being Moreno and Nile able to escape.
Yeah, in terms of kills, it's a good trade for BTR, especially after this gold lane plating, but objective take was Onyx.
Yep. So I think it still favors ONIC, but BTR, the thing is they can still scale, right? They only lost their frontliners. That's the thing, always. That usually ONIC does really, really well. When they lose some of those members are usually just their members that, you know, are willing to sacrifice, are willing to give away kills for. This time it's, again, for BTR, the same case. It's Shogun, it's Finn, 0-2 on the Hylos, and a death on Shogun. So the rest of the carries were able to get back into the jungle, get back into their own respective lanes, and farm back up.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize the potential of this Paquito, man. The tempo is ridiculous from Onyx. Even in the first minute, Paquito was already in the bushes in the mid lane trying to just get the first kill. And not only that, this is a Freya, this is a Valentina, a lot of dashes and early game damage that Onyx has currently to use in the objective fight. A single punch, that's almost half HP.
Yeah. A lot of damage, that's for sure. Kelra with the golden staff already. And it's, again, for BTR, around these skirmishes, they're looking for long fights. Usually that would work out because there are more one-cycle compositions. Well, Kelra?
Valkyrie's Descent. They're looking to close the gap. Emon, Calm, Flicker, they disengage. Again, it's practically nothing between them, gold-wise.
Yeah.
jumped on. Crimson Beacon committed. Spin now. Terrified. Moreno has a Crimson Beacon himself! Now with the reposition, Niles takes a kill. That's going to be Moreno now able to reposition.
Whoa!
Might able to find the distance. That's going to be Finn now. Taking very low. Kai takes the kill. Lutpi mounted. Here comes Aman. BMI to the back. Now Shogun isolated. Do they have enough damage to take this glue down? It seems like the answer is yes. Kelra has the golden staff. Kelra has the damage, but Shogun might has other ideas because the flicker has not been used earlier on. What a long fight that was.
It looks so good for BTR initially, but Onyx just has too much damage. Speaking of that though, Lutpi.
There's the turret. I don't think it's wise, Lutpi! Come on! Finds the outplay. Bottom lane.
Mashallah, Lutpi.
Before that, I was about to say the damage reduction on the Paquito is ridiculous, but if you take those many turret shots, then it just doesn't matter, does it? Kelra? Okay, sounds good.
Uh-oh.
Some conversion from BTR, but Onyx, look at them and how fast are they rotating? BTR has to really check the bushes for them to be able to rotate. Now will not be able to have an easy time jungling at all.
You don't want to be giving kills over to the Claude, man. Claude wins you games. That's what we've learned. Oh, Kyrie!
Oh, Nile level 8. Take a look at the connection right there. 4 players committing onto a kill on Nile. Now he goes for 15.
It's ridiculous, and you can argue that Onyx kills way better than BTR.
Now with the dive, potentially, that's the juggle aggro. Finn backing up Shogun there, and that will be enough. This time around, the lead gap, the gold lead, is slightly more influential. 2K gold in the hands of Onyx.
Too much target for BTR right now. Too many damage dealers.
And so tanky. That's the thing as well, right? The Valentina Sans, when he's on the Brave Smite, it's so difficult to deal with him. And then Keyboy can constantly just go back and forth and, you know, regen. Kyrie's the only real vulnerable target. Even Lutpi now with the damage reduction of the new Paquito, he's a tank, dude. He's just sitting there taking the damage and it's A-okay. Look, again, a good example of that is usually the Claude will be doing much more damage by this time over against Lutpi, but nope. It's still him using a damage reduction really well, and it seems BTR still want to fight.
This is weird. Shogun, who do you want to mount at this point?
Anybody right now. Oh my god, Lutpi!
Uh-oh. Has to be careful here. Flicker out. Mid lane has been cleared by Frey. Jump in goes Keyboy. Amando able to poke. Now the turtle will be the focus of Onyx, and both Nile as well. That's going to be Moreno now from the flanks. Oh, great jump by Raging Sandstorm! Kai finds the turtle, and Lutpi finds a kill. Down goes Kelra though. Here comes Keyboy. Piranha getting kill onto us now. He gets it. And Bigetron by Vitality. Look at the scattered members like Shogun here. I'm sure Kai will get the kill finally, and it's going to be a killing spree for Kyrie.
I don't blame BTR. It's damn near impossible to systemize this composition. It really is. You cannot play a pure honest front to back if you're BTR.
They can. I don't think they want to play a pure honest front to back with this composition. They want to just... Oh my god, Kyrie is very impressive here on the Eastern Shin. And he's 3 levels ahead now, just with that steal. BTR kind of wants to be in a similar like chaotic team fight, but the thing is, Onyx get their power spikes much earlier compared to BTR. I think BTR have just been taking the wrong fights, timing-wise. I think the fights have been good, but they don't have the right items. And man, was solo killed down below while that team fight happened. Sokolil, revenge by Lutpi, and it just goes to show you again how much damage this new Paquito does and how much damage he can tank.
Oh, and he's not even on a full damage build. He's
it's War Axe.
Oracle.
Yeah, it's just one damage item, and that is like, you know, kind of sustain hybrid, and then the Oracle. So again, the Paquito's survivability and damage quite ridiculous like right now. Bigetron been caught off guard a couple of times, mainly Aman in the bottom lane.
I don't know how else to put this. Like, it's hard to see an angle for BTR to how to properly win out a team fight right now, unless Onyx got the numbers to the disadvantage.
Yeah, what's crazy is BTR want to stand and bang.
Hold on.
Here comes a jump by Nile. Repositions. Keyboard taking very low. Rate Sandstorm will not save him. Shogun gets it. That's going to be Bigetron having a man advantage. Kelra equalizes. And now Bigetron and ONIC will stand 4v4.
Okay.
Now it's able to at least dodge most of the damage, but Kelra jumps back. And here is Kelra. Finds one looking for the horsey. And down the horsey goes.
Ludwig has the flicker.
They equalize Ludwig. BMI just to be safe.
Man, oh man, how do you fight this if you're a BTR? This is one of the toughest draft to... Like, it's not even a bad draft for BTR at this point. It's just ONIC being better at their individual respective heroes.
ONIC are just baiting them into skirmishes constantly here, right? Like, they're constantly, like, quote-unquote, mispositioning. But in a way, it's kind of them just inviting Bigetron to brawl because they have the mid-game composition. They have a composition that hits their power spikes faster. And BTR, some of them have hit their power spikes, but for Eman, he's not even at his 3-item power spike just yet. So they're still kind of scaling. And now the big question is, has ONIC outscaled BTR, or not outscaled rather, but have they gone past the power spikes that BTR wanted to have before they started to take fights? Because again, Fiffinity, once it's done, there'll be a lot of items on the side of ONIC that could already deal with that. Look at the Chastised Pauldron, right? Already built up the Dreadnought armor, the Thunderbelt stacks coming in for Keyboy.
Yeah.
Then you look at Kelra, who's a monster, 1,300 gold ahead of Eman.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Oh god. I don't even think the siege is gonna be a problem too for ONIC. They just got too much damage dealers here. BTR has to divert their eyes. Like, do they even want to divert their eyes or focus on single one here as ONIC is just whittling down all the turrets available. BTR somehow trying to just salvage the situation here, clearing the lane.
Right now, they just want to defend. I think that's what they want to do. I don't think they're thinking of like, okay, what do we do in the team fights? Right now, they're thinking of defending. They're thinking of waiting for those item power spikes and maybe fighting later. But I have to raise this question again. That Infinix win probability, I think it's quite generous. ONIC, I think it's almost like 85% win here. The fact that they have an 8,800 gold lead with no shutdowns is a big reason as to why I would say it's not comebackable. The only way they come back is, again, if BTR somehow deal with that gold lead through a fight, but that would need ONIC to make some big blunders. Yeah. BOD now, in case the burst of the Eastern Shin wasn't already nasty, now you have a BOD on top of the Melfic Roar and the Endless Battle. And again, Ludpi, Tough Boots, and Brute Force. So earlier it was just tankiness, now it's tankiness, and you're not CCing him, bro. You're not locking him down for long.
Yeah, even the movement speed bonus from the Brute Force is gonna elevate this Pakito's potential by a land.
With the QC, like, so much movement.
I think Kyrie is gonna go for something like a with the truncheon after this. You know, just the fact that it's up against the glue, and so far, Shogun has been eyeing for a Kyrie mount, even though it's not that successful.
Yeah.
10K already! Where the hell did they get 10K?
It's through invading. It's through the structures and the neutral objectives. You got to look at the objectives here. They actually got Perfect Turtle early on in the game, right? That's, I think, something that BTR wanted to stop from happening, this kind of composition, getting this much control. But I got to say, man, this is why Freya needs to be banned out. Like, it's just very tough to deal with.
Yeah, got to give it up for CW. But at the same time, you also have to give it up for the potential of each and every individual of ONIC players. The fact that they can trap like this is through their micro prowess.
Yeah, yeah. Again, ONIC always have different ways to deal with problems. Sometimes it works, sometimes we have game one.
Oh god, there's no way BTR can get close to the Lord Pit.
No, it's free.
So far, perfect objective game for Kyrie. 2 Lords, 3 Turtles. And might be eyeing for some inhibitor turret takedowns here. Ideally, all of them.
Yeah.
As the lead starts to get more and more larger.
Brutal, right?
Yeah. 11K. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, they're trying to hold this wave so that the Lord comes in. And the Lord will spawn in the bottom lane. That is the lowest turret, base turret in the bottom lane for BTR. So at least they'll stagger the ONIC waves. But ONIC could just respond to it, clear it at the same time as when the minion waves spawn in. BTR try to read that move and they instead push, but Onyx don't bite. Yeah, well played.
Oh man, Kelra. Look at the build. This is a, you know, I know that it doesn't really make sense. It's a glass cannon Freya build.
Yeah, dude. He knows there's no threat right now. BTR just have no damage.
The wave manipulation from Onyx is so good. Right, bottom side, take a look at him on. Very low, the Lord will kill the turret in the bottom side of the map. That's one base turret down, 2 to go. Onyx says hello. And this can engage as they will take the turret down in the mid lane. That's going to be Lutfi. Trying to deal damage, trying to reposition members. Winner crown by Keyboy. Top turret, Siege, Will, and almost success there. But it seems like it's still gonna stand. One bullet, perhaps, from Kelra, or one dive later on should be enough. But Bigetron, they only defend their top tier turret.
Dude, look. Oh, Shogun!
Oh, Flying Clouds looking for a surprise attack. Glorious pathway from Finn! Kai has a big back bod and will deal enough damage to take Shogun down. Now Bigetron defends with 4, and Finn will not be able to handle the pressure from Onyx. And take a look at him on! Trying to deal something, trying to relieve off pressure, but it's still just them defending with 3.
Wave is still coming. Onyx does not want to let up. They want to still go for the base.
They still have a flicker on Lutfi. Keep an eye on it. That's going to be the base lockdown. Trying to hold on, but take a look at the main base. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a game 3. Onyx. Instant adaptation. Instant adjustment.
Well,
And Bigetron, they will have to suffer a defeat.
What a ridiculous draft, followed with ridiculous execution. This is Onyx at its prime form.
absolutely.
It feels so unfair.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful to watch, man. That execution is always, you know, the high point of Onyx. The targeting by Lutfi, I cannot stress this enough, dude. His targeting is sublime. I think in one of those skirmishes, the initial Lord push, in that final Lord push, Eman popped in the Blazing Duet, he used it, but it was cancelled instantly by Lutfi's knockout strike. Then we saw it again, second time, and forced Eman to flicker so that he doesn't get caught by the second part of that knockout strike, the knockout part, so it cancels the Blazing Duet. And you can already see for BTR, they're thinking about it. They're like, okay, how do we lose that game? How do we